Hi, I'm Pat and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm at Detail Garage near Baltimore, Maryland for their Rides and Coffee event, and I ran into these guys. I got Soto and Evan here from ThicGarage. I said, hey Evan, you think you want to take the IA out for a spin? He's never driven the car. He's ridden in it a few times. And he's like, sure, I'm game. So ready to go?
Let's go.
All right, let's do it. Stay tuned. Now you got to figure out how to get in there. Not too bad?
No.
All right, so in order to put it in drive, yeah, you got it. It's just the same as the 5 Series. We're ready to go. So we're pulling out of here at Detail Garage. We're following the ThicMobile over here, the 5 Series. We'll just be tooling around in electric, but once we get out on the road, throw it in sport mode and actually see how she does.
It's definitely very smooth, like first impressions, like it's comfortable. I understand why you daily drive this now, because
it's a great GT car, really it is. And that's a good thing. It's like a Jekyll and Hyde car, because you got this electric, but then when you really want to enjoy yourself, it also stiffens up a little bit in sport mode.
I like the steering wheel too. It feels good. Love the blue carbon. Nice touch.
Throw in sport mode now. That way you actually have extra. So just move it over to the left. Yeah. So now you have both engines ready to go if you need to give her more gas.
I can feel how slow, like how fast it's stopping, because it's charging that battery, right?
Yep, so every time you let off the gas, you got regeneration automatically. So it feels completely different than almost any other car that's out there.
It slows down a lot faster, even not even pressing the brake pedal. A lot of people talk about the speaker.
Yep.
So can you like disable that speaker? And
there's an external speaker which I can disable, but the internal is actually integrated into the sound system, so you can't turn it off. But with the valve open in the exhaust, you're actually hearing that more than the internal sound. So what do you think of the interior, like the look of the interior in this?
The interior, this is a 2015, right?
Correct.
So compared to newer ones, the newer BMWs that I've seen at AutoWorks and stuff, it looks a little bit outdated, but for the time in 2015, it looks futuristic. So I like it. My favorite part is probably the steering wheel.
Yeah, I had to upgrade that. I definitely had to upgrade it.
But I like how the dash arches a little bit.
Yeah, it definitely has a unique look compared to a lot of other BMWs out there.
You feel like you're in a cockpit.
Yeah, and it is very futuristic, the design of it, but it's also simplistic. So you don't have a whole lot of bells and whistles and a whole lot of buttons to press, which I like buttons. I personally wish it had more buttons on it, and I feel like it's almost too dumbed down. I don't know why. It's got a lot of buttons, but still, I don't know. I feel like I want a little bit more.
More buttons.
Yeah, I want more buttons.
Now, just daily driving it, do you have any issues with how low the car is?
No. In fact, I think I have about between 3 and 4 inches of clearance. So I never really worry that much, unless it's a driveway or something, where the road goes down and all of a sudden you go up into a parking lot. Yeah, other than that, I don't worry about it, because the car looks lowered. After I put the wider tires on the car, it just has a better fill in the wheel arch.
Yeah, it does have good fitment for not being lowered.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was barely any throttle, and it really picks up.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the neat thing. I like to see people's reactions of, what this is like, knowing it's a 3-cylinder hybrid.
Yeah, at the show there was a bunch of people looking at it, and they were like, "Yeah, I think this is all electric." And I was like, "No, it's not all electric." really puts you in your seat.
Yeah.
It really does.
Oh yeah.
That was probably 3/4 of the
Yeah.
throttle. So.
And what you'll see when you actually start to put your foot closer to the floor is the blue ring inside here will light up, and that'll let you know you're getting more of an electric boost, as well as the battery pack, which is located here in the center console. It will also help power the starter generator to take some load off the mid-engine.
Wow. I really like it. I like the response on it too. Like, I don't feel any lag with his car. When I drove his car, there's a little bit of lag.
Really?
Yeah. Did you feel any
Yeah,
lag
you're
when you
right.
drove
Yeah,
it?
when I drove it, when I had the opportunity to drive that car, and there'll be a link in the description if you want to see that video. I really enjoyed it because, I mean, it's got cool mods. It's a cool looking car, and it's cool to drive too. But yeah, you definitely have the lag, and I think that's where the electric motor really fills in.
It's crazy how much power this has. Sitting in the passenger seat, you can't really feel it until you drive it.
I agree. And even as someone who's driven it, sitting in the passenger seat is also helpful because you don't get to predict I don't know when you're going to press your foot on the gas. So then I get to see what it's like to not be prepared for it, you know?
That's how I felt when you got the tune on the car.
Yeah.
Man, that torque.
Now floor it. And just keep your foot to the floor, don't shift.
That's crazy.
What do you think of that, hearing a turbo sound? I mean, it's
loud.
Yeah, especially from the driver's side, because that's where the intake is.
Sounds cool. Definitely, because you're always doing modifications, so you want to get that experience of driving and enjoying the sounds of the engine and everything.
Absolutely. So for anybody who hasn't seen the video, I pretty much took the intake before it feeds into the turbo and just gutted it and learned what it was made of. And it's actually a silencer, a muffler, and there'll be a link in the description below on that. So that was a learning adventure for me, but in the process I was able to make that turbo sound actually be very clear and amplified. So I really like it.
Overall, I would get one, and I would use it as a daily driver, like you.
Yeah.
But I would also want other cars as well. Like, I would want, like a Lamborghini or something with more power that I could take, like, on the weekends and just screw around with. But this would be a great daily driver if you just still want that little bit of sportiness. You don't want that, you want a high miles per gallon, and you want the luxury at the same time.
Yes.
I mean, it is really mature for... Because I get where BMW was trying to go with this. Like, they wanted, like, their slogan, like, the ultimate driving experience, but they wanted the luxury of it. They didn't want to go too crazy and have something outrageous. And I guess it kind of, like, I don't know how to explain it. It kind of backfired a little bit because people expected more because of BMW. But all these, even with Mercedes now, they're moving towards more luxury, and I guess that's where BMW wants to go. They don't want to go towards crazy supercars, and I don't know, maybe because it will give them a bad name, because a lot of supercars have a lot of problems. But then again, this car has a few of its problems too.
Yes, it does. It's got, I run into some problems. Some owners have no problems at all. But some of the issues that I've had have been quite annoying, and trying to educate people to let them know exactly what they're getting into if they buy an i8. So if you can afford it, if you got the money,
yeah, go ahead.
Or you got the warranty, have fun with
Warranty
it.
is definitely a must. If I were to get one of these cars, I would definitely get a warranty. Now, are the newer ones having problems, like the 2019s?
No, the newer ones aren't having problems yet because I think they're still too new, and the car really didn't have major issues right off the bat. So I think a lot of these are more age-related items rather than mileage.
Yeah.
And that's why some of the 2014s and 2015s are starting to show some problems. And I haven't really noticed that a lot of parts have been deprecated and replaced with updated parts, which usually that's a sign that they know that something's wrong and they're going to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
But there hasn't been a lot of that.
I'm just surprised BMW hasn't really done anything about it yet.
Yeah.
Especially with, like, because I was looking at the M6 and stuff like that, and many people know it has the issues with the rod bearings. So do the E46 M3s, like the 2002 and 2001. But in order to be away from that problem, when you buy the car, just get them done. You'll save a bunch of money because it's not going to be in the system of the car. And that's why when you took it and you were hearing those noises, I'm surprised BMW didn't do anything about it. Like, oh, if you want to get it done,
Yeah.
we can do it.
If it was under a factory warranty, I don't think it would be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But because it was that CPO warranty and it's actually underwritten by a third-party company, they have a say in it. So, hey, I got a noise in the air conditioning compressor, but it's not bad enough to warrant replacing it.
Mm-hmm.
But when they do have to replace it,
It's going to be expensive.
extremely expensive, yeah.
And it's going to take up a lot of time, which they're going to be losing more money.
Yeah. Yep. And the dealer will make the money, so dealer doesn't care.
Yeah.
But yeah, the warranty company is going to end up spending more money trying to replace that air conditioning compressor. Yeah, the depreciation is one thing that is saddening about this car. I wish it wouldn't depreciate, but I think typical BMW fashion.
It's more of the fact that they did produce so many of the i8s that it's not in demand enough for them to produce that many i8s.
Correct.
Because there's a lot of people that dislike them, like I said before, and it's just if there's a lot of people and they notice that there was that many people that didn't like them, they should have limited the production of them, so then that would save them the depreciation of these cars.
What do you think? Yep.
Overall, I like it. It has the just perfect amount of torque and horsepower that, I mean, I like I said, I would get one, definitely.
Very cool. All right, let's hop out.
Can't go wrong with the butterfly doors either.
All right, so I really enjoyed this. Giving me an opportunity to actually sit in the passenger seat is something I really appreciate. It's really neat to be able to see how other people respond to this car and their reaction. And I mean, overall, he said it. Evan said it.
It's different.
Yeah. And I think part of it too is because it's different.
Mm-hmm.
It's attractive.
Yes.
Not only the look of it, but just being able to drive it. You got to put the seatbelt on to do that. So what do you guys think? Drop a comment down below. Give me a big thumbs up if you like this video. And hit the subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed, ring the bell for notifications. I'll be posting more i8 content or even more BMW content. Thanks for watching and happy motoring.